Coming up on the RMAC Showcase, high hopes for Highlands. The baseball team has a World Series hero in the dugout. The Cowboys have a new president and athletic director. We'll talk to both of them. The football team can't wait for fall, and Las Vegas, New Mexico has become Dunk City. That's all ahead on the RMAC Showcase. Welcome to the RMAC Showcase, coming to you from New Mexico Highlands University in Las Vegas, New Mexico. The Cowboys first joined the RMAC back in 1967 and have been continuous members of the conference for the past 24 years. I'm Eric Danner. Shannon Hunt is the head baseball coach here at New Mexico Highlands, now in his second year in Las Vegas. One of the first moves he made as head coach was to hire an associate head coach, someone who is a former Major League All-Star with 2 World Series rings. The New Mexico Highlands baseball team is rebuilding. When Coach Shannon Hunt was hired in 2014, he had a good idea of who he wanted in the dugout with him.
I made one phone call. Mike Marshall, who played for the Dodgers, was the last, people in Albuquerque might remember him.
Mike Marshall made a name for himself in AAA baseball, batting .373 with 34 home runs and 137 runs batted in while being named Pacific Coast League MVP just down the road in Albuquerque. He went on to play 11 years of Major League Baseball, mainly with the LA Dodgers. In 1984, he was an All-Star. In 1988, he was in the hole during Kirk Gibson's historic World Series home run.
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. She is gone! Unbelievable! I don't believe what I just saw!
When you have the classic games on ESPN and you see Gibby hitting the home run, so surreal to think that I played in the game and that I was part of that game.
The following game, Marshall blasted a 3-run homer to help the Dodgers win that game and eventually the series.
Hershiser throws, I think, like a 3-hit shutout, 5-0, and in the first inning I hit a 3-run homer to get us on the board, and we go on to beat the A's in 5.
Marshall led the Dodgers that year in runs batted in. He dated Belinda Carlisle of the Go-Go's. He was a star in Hollywood. After his playing career ended, Marshall got into coaching. He's been all over the country at all different levels. When the opportunity to coach in college at New Mexico Highlands with old friend Shannon Hunt came up, Marshall jumped.
He asked me to come on to help out with recruiting and hitting and see if we could, like you said, turn this baseball program around and get it going in the right direction.
I'm kind of this, grunt, dirty, grounded, go climb a tree, live in the woods. But he's that polished, really dresses up nice. And so I'm the side of him that he never had, and he's the side of me that I never had, so together it works out really well.
Marshall is enjoying his time in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and is happy to be in baseball.
You always have dreams and thinking that you'd get back affiliated and maybe be a hitting coach in the big leagues or something like that. I'm very happy with it and very content. I don't think that there's a I don't think there's a next story for this. I've had a very blessed and gifted life, and so what I'm doing right now is making me happy.
The softball team here is coached by Karin Gadberry, now in her 3rd season as the head coach. Last year, she led the Cowgirls to their first RMAC tournament berth in the past 10 years. Gadberry served as the interim co-athletic director this past fall. She's also the senior woman administrator in the Highlands Athletic Department and oversees the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, as well as having a 1-year-old son. Gadberry is keeping busy.
Trying to balance everything and your work-life balance and stuff kind of comes into play, but he comes out to the field all the time and he hangs out and he plays and he likes to come to the games, and the girls like to play with him and hang out with him, and they always ask about him, so it's really nice. It's it really adds that extra little touch too in terms of recruiting, because a lot of times parents like to see that family atmosphere, and that's what we're about here at Highlands, and our program is about family, and we take care of each other.
New Mexico Highlands has a new president, as Dr. Sam Minner started in July of 2015, and Dr. Minner has high hopes for Highlands.
I hope everybody comes out and see the Cowboys and the Cowgirls play.
Dr. Sam Minner is in his first year as president at New Mexico Highlands.
It's really been a great pleasure to be here, both on campus, the Highlands campus, and in the Las Vegas community.
He comes to Highlands from Radford University in Virginia, but Minner received his PhD from the University of Arizona and was an administrator at Northern Arizona University for 10 years. He's happy to be back in the Southwest and sees great possibilities with this university.
We are an extremely affordable option here at Highlands, one of the most affordable institutions in the entire Southwest. So our students graduate with relatively low debt and a world full of opportunities before them.
Enrollment at Highlands is about 3,600 students on their Las Vegas, New Mexico campus. Minter plans on expanding that number.
We are going to grow enrollment here at Highlands. We're going to add students. We have the capacity to do so, and we are going to do so. I spent a lot of my first year engineering a new division on our campus, strategic enrollment management, bringing together some elements of recruitment, financial aid, retention under one umbrella.
Minter says a great way to create more interest in Highlands is through athletics. Winning programs tend to bring in the local community.
I'm very, very, very much interested in generating more excitement, local excitement, regional excitement for our teams. We want to recruit the best student athletes we can find, and the ordering of those terms is not by chance. We are Division II school. I have no interest in changing that. But we recruit student athletes. We want these individuals to excel on the field and in the classroom.
A fundraising effort to improve athletic facilities is also on the agenda. Minter is optimistic about the future.
You're going to see some banners over there where we demonstrate some RMAC victories. You're going to see those. Those are going to be up and proudly displayed. And it was very clear to me in talking with presidents from around the country how much Chris is admired, the RMAC is admired. It's professionally run and operated. And so it's a great privilege for me to be a part of that, and I look forward to even more in the future.
Still ahead on the showcase, Highlands football springs ahead. Coming up next, the Cowboys take on the #2 baseball team in the country. We'll be right back.